Welcome to the Russell County High School Football Coaches Show. I'm Chance Corbett, the chairman of the Russell County Commission, and I'm here again today with Coach Dylan Griggs. Coach, how are you today?
I'm just happy to be here as always.
Absolutely. So we're coming off a couple of good weeks, very hard-fought weeks, obviously, and looking forward to homecoming. So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the game this past Thursday, actually. This was played on a Thursday night. Why was that?
Well, so City Lanier, they share a stadium with like 4 different schools in the same school system, so they all kind of divide that stadium up amongst Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. And it's a great venue. It's just the only venue they have, and so City Lanier typically plays on Thursdays. Right. And so, obviously that was our first Thursday game of the year, and it was also our first big away trip, and so there was a lot of new things kind of going on, but unfortunately, the game didn't go as we wanted it to go. But, City Lanier, they're 7-1. They're a top-tier program right now. They got a lot of good football players. I think it was really a tale of two halves again, which kind of seemed to be the story of the season. For the most part, we come out and Robert, our quarterback, he's had a phenomenal season. I mean, he's a sophomore playing 6A Alabama high school football. We knew at some point we would take a lump here or there, but the longevity of having Robert in that position right now, is beyond measure as far as how good he's going to become and what kind of player he is and how he's been playing. And so unfortunately, we get into the game and they score, we turn around, we score back. And now this is the number 1 defense in the region. They're only allowing 8 points per game to get scored on them.
You got 14, right?
Well, we got 23.
23, yeah.
And, we come out and we drove the field on them, which a lot of teams have not been able to do. And Robert throws a pick six, and we end up throwing 3 pick six throughout the game, which was really the big difference maker. But the one thing I was proud of, even with Robert was still a vocal leader with the guys during that time. He didn't give up, didn't hang his head down. It was unfortunate, and people made mistakes that led to his mistake. And that's what people have to realize, when you're playing a really good team like City Lanier, who obviously their only loss is to Opelika by like a touchdown, you got to come in, you cannot have mistakes like that. And, we knew the back half of this schedule was going to be really, really difficult. But the one thing that I was proud of is we came back out in the second half down 38-7, and we won the second half, and they didn't take out any of their starters. They didn't change up their play calls. They didn't do anything any different. And, we battled back and I think lost, it was like 44-23. And it's just a tale of two halves. If we could have played both halves like we played that second half, there's no telling.
Yeah. So, the great part of it is just like you said, the fight to stay in the battle and to keep going at it. I know that game started out with a good little trip to Montgomery. It was a Crampton Bowl, right?
It was.
That was your stadium. Started out with a pregame Cracker Barrel, I think it was. I know the guys, they were pumped up, ready to go. So, again, what we're seeing in this program this year are things we've never seen before. It's taking it to the next level. It's taking it to where the kids are buying in. They're ready to go play. The coaches are buying in, and we're just happy to see it. You're not going to win them all. We know that. Yeah. We went into the season. Off camera, you were telling me, hey, I would love to win them all, but realistically, it could be this or this, and we just have to expect that, especially in a building year, and this is definitely a building year. But we are impressed to see the scores that you're making, that they're not giving up, they're staying in the game, and just know they're going to be great things to come for this.
Well, yeah, and I told him at halftime, I said, right now, this is about what's here. This is about your character and what defines you as a man, as a young man. And I told him, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I said, I'm coming out like it's 0-0, and I said, I'm coming out swinging. Absolutely. And I said, and I asked them, I said, are you with me? And they said, yes, sir. And I fully believe in that second half. They were with me all the way. They were with those coaches, and even down. And I know sometimes people may get a little aggravated with me on the other sidelines, but my thing was I refused to wave the white flag until the buzzer rang. And even when they kneeled the ball and got down, like on the 2-yard line with 18 seconds, we called that timeout. We wanted to try to score one more touchdown. I mean, it is what it is. You got to play, and I don't want to have a I gave up on you mentality to the kids. That's my thing. But I was proud of them in the second half. I just wish we could have done it for all 4 quarters.
Yeah, no doubt about that. A lot more to go. We have. We'll come back in just a minute and talk to our offensive coordinator. We've got a guest with us today, and then we're going to kind of wrap it up as we approach homecoming this Friday night.
With Beam's internet speeds getting faster and faster, you'll want to explore every last corner of the internet. So you're going to need a bigger screen. You can watch anything with over 175 channels, so you're probably going to need a bigger couch. Plus, with the $500 you'll save when you bundle 250 meg internet with Digital Advantage TV, well, you're definitely going to need a bigger wallet for all your extra money. And that means bigger smiles for everyone. Move forward with Beam, your hometown provider.
All right, we're back with the offensive coordinator, Coach Brazel. Coach, appreciate you being with us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So we're really looking forward to a great homecoming game this week, and we're going to talk with the guest here in a few minutes as well. But tell us a little bit about what the offensive coordinator does and how you prep for a game like this.
All right, so day in and day out, my typical duties are script, schedule practice, obviously the game planning aspect of it all, making sure that we're prepared. Stats, and really all the things that really make the offense go and make the offense highlight the kids who do really well.
So what are you seeing out of your team this year? How do you feel about it?
The effort level has improved week in and week out, and consistency is getting better and better and better. It's a group who has not played, I think last year 14 points or something on offense, and so we are learning how to win, teaching how to win, improving constantly. We've been pretty explosive at times. We've had a lot of offensive success. We just haven't been able to put a full game together offensively and defensively yet.
Yeah. So watching some of the players really develop as the year has come along. Just take it all the way back to the Smith Station game, because we haven't talked since that game on camera.
Yes, sir.
It was just amazing to watch. It was amazing to watch them break out. But, you have a couple of stars. You have a couple that, man, if they get some space in front of them, you might as well close the door. They're on the way. So.
Yeah, DJ Epps, A.J. Black, Drew Pickett. And really, DJ, I hate that he's a senior. He's one of those guys. Coach Justin Albert does a phenomenal job with our receivers. He's also our co-offensive coordinator, assistant head coach.
Right.
They just improved every single week. And I hate it for a kid like DJ who we would love to have him for another year just to keep developing, keep growing, and you'll see kind of where he ends up college-wise. And then AJ's a young kid who is getting better every single week with us.
I was watching again a week or so ago. It popped up on Facebook, and I hit the play and was watching the game that they played at Ladonia. I think it was Park Crossing.
Yes, sir.
And just some of the explosive plays he had.
Oh, yeah.
And watching that offense move. I think if you keep developing that, I think the sky's the limit.
Well, and really it's all about consistency and consistency in play. So can we do that? Can we continually do the things necessary to make sure that we're successful?
Well, you're in a tough market, too.
We are.
You've got schools here that are stacked, that are consistently reloading every year, and you're going to have a hard time.
This is the best region in the 6A South, in my opinion.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and so this is good. It's good for the kids to see. Now we just have to get that marquee win, that region win against a really quality
There's
opponent.
something to be said working for it.
Yes,
and
sir.
Y'all are definitely working for it. Your attitudes, like I've said before on our shows, watching the sidelines, the coaches jumping up and down, fist pumping, hitting each other, it's calling plays and the kids are reacting to it.
Yes, sir.
All of that, it really hypes the crowd and it hypes the kids up as well.
Well, it's a really young staff. I think we average coordinator age is like 28, 29. Coach Griggs is 32, I believe. And so maybe it's the naivety of being young, and it's just excited, and we're having as much fun as the kids, because just in my opinion, you can't have success unless you're enjoying what you're doing every day.
Well, we appreciate what you do as an offensive coordinator
and
on Coach Griggs' staff, and knowing that you're taking care of these kids, getting them to the next level, and getting them ready for the future.
Yes, sir.
We really appreciate what you do, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we'll have you back soon.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You'll be amazed at what you can do with Beam's faster and faster internet speeds. The 175 channels you can watch with our most popular plan, also pretty amazing. But the most amazing thing of all is the price. For a limited time, get 250 meg internet for just $29.95 a month when you bundle with Digital Advantage TV. Stream anything with unlimited data. Watch whatever you want on the go with Beam Stream. You'll be amazed at what's possible with your hometown provider, Beam.
All right, we're back now with a guest, Micah Johnson, who is an alum of Russell County High School, class of 1999, correct, Micah?
Correct.
Know Micah for many years, his parents as well, and one of the best memories we have in Russell County was the 1998 season where Micah was the quarterback, and they had an undefeated regular season. Micah, what does it feel like as far as this program now? How are you feeling? Is it kind of bringing back some memories for you?
It sure is. You can't walk out here without thinking back to when you played here, and you can't, look at the progress and not be excited about it. I think what Coach Griggs has done here has really done a lot for the program. Anytime you're leading an organization, you want to create an environment that people want to be a part of, and just seeing the field and what's going on, it's really just creating that kind of atmosphere here that I'm really happy to see.
Well, I've seen you at games already this year. It's fun to come and to have that sense of, hey, I think we can win this game. And you see that out of the players on the sidelines, out on the field. For you now, you've moved on to great things. You're a coordinator with the Extension Agency in Houston County, I think it's right. And Russell County's your home. And your mom was an educator here. Your dad was on the board. I mean, you've got a lot of connections to Russell County, and we're glad to have you here today. We're looking at homecoming this week. We're looking at homecoming Friday night. It would obviously be great if we could get a homecoming win. What do you think the crowd's going to be like that night, Friday?
Just general Russell County crowd, it's always a family atmosphere here. Even though the county's spread out with smaller towns, when everybody gets together, it's just a good atmosphere as far as camaraderie and friendliness. Of course, homecoming being against Eufaula. We've been playing Eufaula for years, and it'd be great to get not just a homecoming win, but a win over Eufaula. Beating Eufaula would just be a great asset to the year, and that's what really I think is the ultimate goal as far as just getting a win. Is a regional win on top of it being a homecoming would be a really good evening.
Throw a little mix in there between your home county and where you work at now as Eufaula. You're right in the middle. So
that's right.
You drive through it. You're pretty familiar with Eufaula, as I am as well. I remember I think it was probably our junior year, I remember beating Eufaula, and I may be wrong on what year it was, and that was a big deal for Russell County. But this program, what we're seeing this year, we're hearing about, winning games and putting points on the board. We think that's huge. Obviously that undefeated season you had in 1998 was a rarity for Russell County. That doesn't happen a lot. I feel like this program is going in the right direction to get back there, don't you?
I agree with you. And, what a lot of people don't realize about the fall of 98, it really started in the fall of 97. The seniors that year don't get enough credit. The Doug Browns and the Keith Hendersons and the Jeremy Battles, they actually kind of got it started. Right. And it was that year we were 5-4. And it really could have been a 7-2 season. We lost a couple of close ones, but that group actually laid the foundation for the 98 season, and those guys really don't get enough credit for the success of 98. And so anytime you're turning a program around, you got to start somewhere, and that's what this year reminds me of. There's excitement, there's belief they can win. There's kids that go out here, and I've seen them in person, I've watched them online, and they're climbing that belief ladder a little bit, and I really feel like it would be a good turnaround year. It already has been a turnaround year.
Sure.
You got a couple wins and a lot of progress in the program in general, and it's been really fun to watch.
Yeah, so you had the opportunity in one of the games early in the season to actually speak with the team before the game, right?
I did.
It seemed pretty pumped up. They take the message well.
I believe so, but it was a pregame speech, so you can't get too fired up at a pregame meal speech. I'm sorry. I asked Coach Griggs. I said, "Is there anything specific you want me to hit on?" He said, "Well, it's a few hours before game time, so don't get too fired up."
That's right.
But we really talked about just the really successful teams see each other as family and as friends beyond the football field, and it's just about as much taking care of each other as people as it is football players, and that's what I hit on the last time I spoke to the team. But I feel like they listened well, a lot of eye contact when I was talking. You could tell the kids are really interested and really wanting to make something happen here.
That's great. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and do the Coaches Show with us. We've been talking about this all year, getting you on here and talking about it. What better week than homecoming week, Friday night against Eufaula. We want to remind everybody that's watching to, if you can, come out and be present here at the game. CTV Beams puts it on their YouTube channel as well. But we want you to come be in person and represent the school and the community when this game happens. 8 o'clock Friday night here at Russell County High School, the football field.
With Beam's internet speeds getting faster and faster, you'll want to explore every last corner of the internet. So you're going to need a bigger screen. You can watch anything with over 175 channels. So you're probably going to need a bigger couch. Plus, with the $500 you'll save when you bundle 250 meg internet with Digital Advantage TV. Well, you're definitely going to need a bigger wallet for all your extra money. And that means bigger smiles for everyone. Move forward with Beam, your hometown provider.
All right, Coach. Homecoming is Friday night, as we've been talking about. Looking forward to that?
I am excited. My first homecoming as a head football coach, and I've heard a lot of good stories about homecoming here at Russell County and the tents and all that. Yeah. And I think I'm more of just ready to see it in action. And and I think we're going to have a really good environment, a really good football game on Friday night.
I'm looking forward to it. This is actually my 30th year being out of high school. This is 91 was my year, so our group is having a big deal. Got a previous birthday thing with my daughter, so I'm trying to get to both things, but going to do everything we can. But we're definitely looking forward to it, and we're just looking for a hard-fought game. We expect the team to be ready, the coaches to be ready to come in here and fight for it hard. And I think you're going to have a big crowd here today. That night.
Yeah, Eufaula is a good opponent.
Sure.
Traditionally a powerhouse school. Looking at the film, if we can do what we need to do and play good football, we're gonna, we got a good chance to come out victorious, but we got to come in. I need that team that played the first half of the Opelika game and the second half of that City Lanier game.
Yeah.
And have no mistake, they've got about 3 Division I guys on that defense. That defense is loaded. But at the end of the day, we've got some really good ball players on the offensive side of the ball, and I think the defense here the last couple of weeks have played a lot better. Last week was more on us than on the defense.
Right.
And so, I'm just excited to hopefully get this homecoming win and to see the crowd and hear that alma mater after the game being sung loud and proud.
Absolutely. You got to remember, Eufaula's not that far away, so they're probably going to have a crowd coming.
I hope they do. The more the merrier.
And we need our crowd to show up.
That's right.
We need alum. We need the fans from today, the parents, and everybody to show up and cheer this team on and make the good things happen.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, we appreciate doing this show again and appreciate doing it every week. We want to say thanks to Beam for allowing us to do this, for not only the players, the coaches, but also the families and all the residents of Russell County. Once again, I'm Chance Corbett. We really appreciate you joining us today, and we look forward to a great homecoming win this Friday night.